Dean Wellner.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Good to see you.
Yeah, I heard you moved in.
I did. Yeah.
we
New
came to
digs.
say hi.
Thank you.
All right, so we have a couple of questions for you today. We just want to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna get started. Okay.
All right.
All right. So first question: how many years of experience do you have teaching?
This is going to be starting my 18th year of teaching, and I've taught for 5 years in a middle school and 13 years in a high school setting.
Wow. Okay. Now, what do you like about this school, KIS?
You know, KS is a wonderful school. You know, I like anything that school is about the students, and working with the students here is just a privilege that I enjoy every single day.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I hear that you're from Minnesota back in the States. Which place do you like better, Minnesota or the South Korea?
You know, they're very similar.
Yeah.
I like some things about both. I like South Korea's mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I like the hiking trails. Minnesota's got a lot of lakes, which is great in the summer to have and stuff like that. So I like both places equally, and I would say that I really dislike cold weather, so I'm not a fan of either place in the winter.
Okay, I see. Now, then, what's your favorite thing here in Korea? Something you like to do, maybe?
I love going out and hiking and using all the paths and biking and just doing all the things that I can do outside in Korea.
Then, what's one of your kind of hidden talents? Something secret?
So it's kind of a nerd thing, or it is a nerd thing. It's not kind of a nerd thing. I can name every single president of the United States in order, and who they lost to, and what state they were from, and the loser what state they were from as well.
Wow. Okay. Now, if you had a soundtrack to your life, what would that be?
You know, I think I'd have to go with something from England, from Britpop, and since I'm from, you know, I grew up in the 90s, like it has to be one of the biggest English bands of all time, which would be Oasis. So I'm guessing like something like Wonderwall, perhaps, or Don't Look Back in Anger. One of those songs.
All right. What's something you like about our generation, Gen Z?
You know, something that's amazing about Gen Z is just how open and tolerant everybody is of each other, and the willingness to let all kinds of people just live their lives and have whatever one person does doesn't necessarily affect another person, and it's okay whatever those people do, and being accepting of everyone.
So I hear you're the new Dean of Students. Now, this is a new position at KIS, so do you mind kind of explaining what exactly you do as the Dean?
Sure. You know, like, as a Dean of Students, we've had an associate principal before, and now it's a Dean of Students. And so really a big difference is that I don't have any responsibilities for observing or evaluating adults. My job is focused just on the students. So any student issues or anything that has to deal with students, I'm involved in those conversations. You know, my job is just to simply support students in all that they do in order to make this high school experience the most successful and the most fun.
Okay. Now, from what I've heard, you've been a social studies teacher here at KIS. Can you share with us maybe one of your kind of most embarrassing moments as a teacher?
You know, I think if my students could say that, it would be like any time one of my jokes kind of just falls flat in the classroom, and I just kind of look at them a little bit and have that awkward silence. You know, I remember my first year at KIS, I had students bring me up on stage and give me a pack of gum because I'm always chewing gum. That was kind of embarrassing. You know, those students, they're kind of troublemakers sometimes.
Now, if you can choose one moment, either the past, present, or the future, what would it be?
One moment to go back to or to go to or something like that. Well, since I'm a social studies teacher, I really enjoy history. There's more to it, but I would love to be at the 1963 March on Washington and hear all the speeches from the I Have a Dream, but also John Lewis's speech and every other speech that was performed that day.
Now, after speaking to a couple of your former students here at KIS, we heard that you have your very own little philosophy while teaching. Could you share with us maybe a quote or a saying that you live by?
You know, you can see in my office here, I really like quotes. I have a lot of quotes up with posters and things like that. So my favorite quote, and my students know this, and my favorite quote of all time is that Robert Kennedy one right there about a ripple of hope. And each time a person stands out or stands up and to improve others and strikes out against injustice, they send out a tiny ripple of hope.
And finally, what are you most looking forward to in this new school year?
You know, I'm looking forward to getting back into the high school It's been a while since I was in high school. I've missed the high school and getting to work with older students. I'm really looking forward to getting to know all the new students that I haven't met, whether they're new to KIS or just the juniors and seniors, and helping them. And I'm also looking forward to reconnecting with former students of 9th and 10th graders who are now 9th and 10th graders too. So I'm just looking forward to help students as much as I can.
Cool. Thank you, and welcome back to high school.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Yep.